Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 9th episode of Game Show News. My name is Courtney Jane Solo. I am so glad that you can come and join me, because I am going to have more game show news headlines in stores for you, past or present. When I share game show news headlines, I only tell you about what happened on game shows, because unfortunately, I cannot show any video clips due to copyright. Alright everyone, here we go with episode 9 of Game Show News. Enjoy! Today, on Game Show News, I will talk about a big win on The Perfect Line, hosted by Deborah Norville. Also, I will talk about a set reveal on Wheel of Fortune, as well as interesting Final Jeopardy responses. But first, I want to give you a recap of the game I'm Drawn to You. Now, as you may recall, on the last episode, where on Monday, January the 26th, 2026, during Mega Money Monday, Let's Make a Deal gave away $88,366 in cash and prizes. So, for the game I'm Drawn to You, Wayne Brady chose Lisa, dressed as a space woman. She is a nurse, and in her spare time, she likes to do mosaics on surfboards. After Wayne chose Lisa, he selected 2 gentlemen from the audience. First was Anthony, dressed up as a Caribbean pirate. He is a substitute teacher. Then, Wayne chose Stephen. He is an executive chef, and came on the show dressed as a chef. He is the owner of 2 restaurants in Temecula, California, The Trendy Chef Catering and Battered Up. For this deal, Lisa was given $1,000 right off the bat, because she will be judging on the drawing on what both Anthony and Stephen will be drawing. During the deal, Lisa had to face the audience, while Anthony and Stephen go down to the drawing board easels. Wayne tells them to draw an iconic movie scene. Anthony and Stephen each had 20 seconds to draw an iconic movie scene. Anthony's drawing was something to do underwater. He drew a goldfish and a shark. Anthony was drawing a scene from the 1975 thriller film, Jaws. Stephen was drawing a rabbit with both bunny ears and human ears. Then a circle on what appears to be pie wedges. He was actually drawing Bugs Bunny and a basketball from the 1996 Michael Jordan sports comedy film, Space Jam. Then, when the 20 seconds were up, both men came back to the center stage. Lisa then turned around and looked at both drawings. She chose Anthony's drawing from the movie Jaws. Anthony was given $1,000 for having his drawing chosen, while Stephen got $100. His deal was over. Sorry, Stephen, that you did not win, but I wish you the best of luck on your upcoming food truck business. Lisa gave up $1,000 in cash and won a 14-carat white gold ring with an emerald gemstone from Kyle Chan Design inside the small box. The deal was worth $4,800. After that, Anthony gave up $1,000 and won a trip to Austin, Texas. He stayed at the East Austin Hotel for 4 nights. His deal was worth $6,487. And once again, congratulations to Lisa on her white gold ring, and to Anthony, who won a trip to Texas, and to all the people who won a lot of good things. Alright, the next game show news headline is from The Price is Right. And I am sorry to announce that we have another rare Secret X Wipeout. Aired Friday, February the 6th, 2026. A contestant by the name of Maya had a chance to win $15,000 in cash during a special Payday Friday edition of the show. Maya was given a free X to start the game. She puts the X at the top left corner of the board. The first small prize was a portable score flipper. The 2 prices that were shown were $39 and $80. She guessed $39, and she was wrong. The price was $80. The next small prize was a Sentry Safe fireproof chest. The 2 prices were $65 and $90. She guessed $90. And she got that wrong too. So now, that is 2 Secret X Wipeouts in a row. She needed to win 1 or both prizes to have any chance of getting 3 in a row. Maya, I'm really sorry that you wiped out on Secret X. And you got to be the second person in a row to wipe out during the game. But on the other hand, I want to congratulate you for winning the showcase round at the end, along with a trip to San Antonio, Texas, in the one bid. So a quick recap, Maya was the last contestant to come up on stage. She won a trip to San Antonio, Texas, worth $4,091. She stayed at the Omni La Mansion Del Rio for 5 nights. In the showcase round, she won a modern home office, Helen Ficalora earrings, a Helen Ficalora necklace, and a 2025 Kia K4 LX. Altogether worth $26,377. She won a total of $30,468 worth of prizes. Good job, Maya. Enjoy all the prizes that you won. And I have an announcement to make. On Monday, February the 9th, 2026, Buzzer TV began broadcasting the early Drew Carey version of The Price is Right, along with Celebrity Name Game, hosted by Craig Ferguson, returning to Buzzer. Alright, the next game show news headline is from The Perfect Line. Aired on Wednesday, January the 21st, 2026. I will talk about a big win, and the biggest win yet to date. As of the making of this episode, a contestant by the name of Tammy, who is a software automation engineer from Highland Park, New Jersey, plays the finish line. The theme for the finish line is things you would find at a Bloomingdale's department store. The 5 products are a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, a Tissot men's watch, a Boss women's trench coat, a Safavier couture quilted swivel tub chair, and a Donna Karan cashmere mist fragrance. The prices that were shown were $88, $160, $295, $699, and $1,020. Here was her answer. She guessed that the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist fragrance was worth $88. The Ray-Ban sunglasses at $160. The Tissot men's watch at $295. The Boss women's trench coat at $699. And the Safavier couture quilted swivel tub chair at $1,020. She guessed the perfect line correctly. She won $12,500. Congratulations on winning $12,500, Tammy. I hope you enjoyed yourself on the perfect line. Enjoy the money. Alright, the next game show news headline is from Wheel of Fortune, aired on Friday, January the 30th, 2026. At the end of Winter Wonderland, which was the theme for the week, Ryan Seacrest said that he noticed something about a prop tree on set. For the week of Winter Wonderland, that aired between Monday, January the 26th, through Friday, January the 30th, they had a large screen with a picture of a blue sky, along with snowy trees and mountains. They also had prop polar bears and prop snow hills and prop trees painted white. Then, they showed a screenshot of the Great Outdoors that aired from Monday, October the 19th, through Friday, October the 23rd, 2025. The Great Outdoors had a screenshot of a blue sky with green trees, green grass, some mountains, and a lake or a pond, along with prop trees with shades of orange, brown, and green, prop deer, and prop mountains. Then they go back to the Winter Wonderland set, and the thing that Ryan noticed, that the prop winter tree, which was painted white in front, had a shade of green behind it. So, in order to prove it, Vanna White turns the tree around and show that there is a lime green shade. Vanna replies, they came back. Also, the video screen changes to the Great Outdoors background. And Ryan replied, very clever, art department. We appreciate that. And as the credits were rolling, Ryan asks Vanna to turn the rotating tree. When Vanna turns it to the tree, painted white, they'll show the Winter Wonderland screen. And when Vanna turns it to the tree, painted green, they'll show the Great Outdoors screen. And I have to say, that was great work from the art department. Good job. Alright, and now I have a game show news special report. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a first special report. It comes from the game show Family Feud, aired on Monday, October the 28th, 2024. The Sweeney family, consisting of Quinn, Erin, Carrick, Claire, and Bridget, from Charlottesville, Virginia, had a chance to win $20,000 by playing Fast Money. It was their second episode, coming back after winning $775. For the first part of Fast Money, Erin was on stage, while Carrick was off stage, wearing headphones. For 20 seconds, here was Erin's first question. If it wasn't for Mom in the morning, name something kids would probably never do. Her answer was, brush their teeth. That scored 35 points. The next question, how often do you trim your toenails? Her answer was, once a week. That scored 37 points, giving her and the family a total of 72 points. The third question, name a food that's red. Her answer was, an apple. That scored 26 points, giving her and the family 98 points so far. The fourth question, for what specific reason did you get your last traffic ticket? Her answer was speeding. That scored 45 points. The Sweeney family were up to 143 points. The last question. Name something that starts with the word Persian. Her answer was rug. That scored 56 points, giving her and the family, wow, an amazing 199 points. 199. In the first half of Fast Money, I had never seen somebody do so well during Fast Money. That's amazing. You did a very good job, Arian. And now, Carrick came back out to the stage. And all he needed was 1 point. 1 point for him and the family to win $20,000. The answers for the second half were: for the first question, he said, make breakfast. For the second question, he said, every 2 weeks. For the third question, he said, tomato. Or tomato. Initially, he said, speeding, for the fourth question, but he had to give another answer. Stop sign. And, for the last question, he said, empire. He was given 25 seconds to answer the same questions like Erin did in the first half. They started off with, make breakfast, for the question, if it wasn't for Mom in the morning, name something kids would probably never do. Make breakfast scored 16 points, giving the Sweeneys 215 points. They won $20,000. And here is a quick recap of the other 4 answers. Every 2 weeks scored 18 points. Tomato scored 18 points as well. Stop sign scored 7 points. And empire only scored 1 point, totaling 259 points. And the special report was that Erin scored all number 1 answers in the first half. That's right, you heard it here. Erin gave all number 1 answers during the first half of Fast Money. Host Steve Harvey said she was not playing no games. And Steve was speechless as he was signing off after that exciting win. The Sweeney family ended up winning $20,775 altogether. Congratulations to you guys. And a big congratulations to Erin, who gave all number 1 answers in the first half of the Fast Money bonus round. Enjoy all the money. Alright, here we go with the next game show news headline from Jeopardy. Aired on Wednesday, February the 4th, 2026. It was the 3rd game of the finals during the Tournament of Champions. The contestants were Scott Riccardi, an engineer from Somerville, New Jersey; Paolo Pasco, a puzzle writer originally from San Diego, California; and TJ Fisher, a marketing specialist from San Francisco, California. After the first 2 games in the finals, Paolo had scored 2 wins in a row and needed 1 more in order to win $250,000. So, Scott and TJ needed to get to work in order for one of them to win. The final Jeopardy category was island names. The final Jeopardy answer was, this archipelago got its name in 1493 in honor of Saint Ursula and her followers. And here was something that was interesting. They started with TJ, who went into Final Jeopardy with $5,800. His response was, what am I going to do with my time that studying is done? And the audience and host, Ken Jennings, replied with a laugh and an applause. Ken said this was kind of an existential question that they rarely consider on the show. That was a great response, TJ. But of course, he was wrong, but he gave a great question. He wagered $1,601 and brought him down to $4,199. Next was Scott Riccardi. He went into Final Jeopardy with $7,400. His response was, "What is? Congrats, Paolo." Another great response, because Paolo had a runaway game going into Final Jeopardy with $33,200. Scott wagered $4,600, bringing him down to $2,800. And lastly, Paolo had $33,200. His response was, "What an incredible ride with the best T.O.C. group I could ask for. Love you all. Ah." Paolo, that was a nice response. I'm glad you had a great experience with your competitors during the tournament. I'm happy that you had an incredible ride during the tournament. The correct response to the answer was, "What is the Virgin Islands?" Paolo wagered only $143 in honor of the late Fred Rogers, who said, "I love you." His final score was $33,057. He ended up winning the Tournament of Champions and got $250,000 and a spot in the Jeopardy Masters tournament when Season 4 comes this year. And during that win, Paolo was getting emotional and grateful for that win. He hugged his competitors and gave handshakes. Scott and TJ ended up winning $75,000 apiece for finishing in second and third place. Paolo, congratulations on winning the Tournament of Champions this year. You are an amazing guy to watch. Good luck on the Jeopardy Masters tournament. Scott and TJ, you did an amazing job too. I'm really happy for you both. You each enjoy the $75,000. And here is a recap on the total winnings for each of the three players from that episode. Paolo won a grand total of $448,717. Of course, including the $250,000. He won $195,717 during his original run that had between Wednesday, September the 10th through Thursday, September the 18th, 2025, and a $3,000 consolation for finishing in second place from Friday, September the 19th, 2025. TJ Fisher won a grand total of $177,273. The $75,000 in the tournament, plus $100,273 for his original run that had between Thursday, October the 2nd through Wednesday, October the 8th, 2025, and a $2,000 consolation for finishing in third place from Thursday, October the 9th, 2025. And Scott Riccardi won a grand total of $533,000. The $75,000 in the tournament, plus $455,000 for his original run that had between Thursday, July the 3rd through Thursday, July the 24th, 2025, and a $3,000 consolation in a remarkable Season 41 finale that aired Friday, July the 25th, 2025. Season 4 of Jeopardy Masters has yet to announce when it will premiere as of the making of the episode. However, on Friday, March the 13th, 2026, or Friday the 13th, there will be a brand new season of Celebrity Jeopardy on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and streaming on Hulu. There will be 18 celebrities playing for their favorite charities this season. Alright everyone. That is going to wrap up another episode of Game Show News. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm happy that you got to tune in today. It really means a lot. I hope you can tune in for the next episode, because I am going to share another variety of game show news headlines, past or present, to all the game show fans out there. Thank you all for tuning in to episode 9 of Game Show News. I will see you guys in the next episode. You all have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you for watching Game Show News on the Plotagon 9133. If you enjoyed today's episode, or if you like any of our videos on the Plotagon 9133, please leave a thumbs up or a like. And then don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in more of our content. You folks have a great day. I hope to see you in the next video.